So, what's up? I know it's much, much, much later. Hold on here. I'm never ready. All right. We're almost ready. In fact, I wasn't nearly ready at all. I shouldn't have started this. I'll give you guys a minute to get here. Hold on a second. Hey, what's up, good lieutenant? I'll give you a minute. I'll give you guys a minute. All right. So, what's up, good lieutenant? I don't know what I just saw. Yes, the fight did happen. Hey, what's up, DH? What's up, Chris? What's up, Mary? I don't know what the hell just happened. It was Triller, and again, just like the Mike Tyson night, it was just a it seemed like a complete mess, like a disaster just waiting to happen. But by the end of it, it was pretty amazing. Snoop Dogg just walking around the place, burning blunts all night long. Al Bernstein was in the house tonight. Pete Davidson was there. There was like a slapping contest. At one point, Too Short was performing. Like I had the pay per view on in here, and the UFC fights in on the other room. Kept coming back and forth, checking between the two. And it was like, all right, now they got like black women in bikinis twerking on stage, and then there's like more Too Short, and then there was a fight in there. Frank Mir fought some guy and lost, and there was like two kind of legitimate boxers, and that fight ended with what looked like an illegal nut shot. Turned out to just be like maybe a punch to the ribs, possibly a punch that barely grazed. Anyhow, the guy goes down, seeming like he just got hit with a an RPG to the nuts, and the commentary on that was amazing. The ringside physician happened to be a woman tonight. Snoop Dogg was like, "What's she gonna do? Check on his nuts?" Another guy there, I think his name was like Ghost Faces or something. He said, "Look, man, hey Doc, if he catches a boner, it don't mean he's all right." And that was the first time in history I think I watched an actual boxing event, a sanctioned boxing event, where the word boner. Al Bernstein was sitting right there at that table, and they said the word boner right during the telecast. I heard it. Mary heard it. Everyone laughed. And I was like, all right, Triller has officially done it again. Snoop Dogg, I mean, oh my God. And I forgot about Oscar De La Hoya. All the rumors you've heard about Oscar De La Hoya perhaps doing some cocaine absolutely confirmed tonight. It appeared that the man was stoned out of his mind. They got rid of him after the Frank Mir fight. There was drinking games going along on Twitter involving Oscar De La Hoya. So then they kept trying to go to Al Bernstein for some actual boxing commentary, but he was so high he couldn't really he couldn't get anything out. So then finally we get to some shots of Jake Paul backstage. As somebody on Twitter put it, he was doing aerial 69s. I mean, we had it all. We had Snoop Dogg getting everybody high. We had Oscar on cocaine. We had as I just mentioned, Jake Paul doing backstage aerial 69 with his trainer. Ben Askren seeming like the most lonely guy in Atlanta. And then, spoiler alert, we get to the fight. First round, early on, Jake Paul lands a jab, making it look relatively easy. I was slightly concerned. Then Askren ducks a hook and landed a big overhand right of his own. And I was like, all right, look at Ben Askren. Less than a minute and 30 seconds later, Jake Paul lands a devastating right hand, knocking Ben Askren down. Not completely unconscious, but basically a knockout. He got up. The referee talked to him. Ben Askren claimed he was okay. He was still shuffling a little. If the fight had continued, Jake Paul was just going to crack him with another big right hand and KO him and probably just add a little more brain damage. So I feel like it was a great stoppage. And yeah, I don't know, man. Um, What are you saying, Woody? Woody, what are you saying? If it's just a recap, you're not going to stick around? You're like, hey, man, if you're not going to talk to me, I'm out of here. I don't know, Woody. I guess you'll just have to wait and see what it's going to be. So what's up, guys? That was my thoughts on the Triller event. I mean, it was $50. I'm like, Triller's pushing it. Bieber was in the house. I was more impressed with Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, Too Short. Pete Davidson actually made me laugh a couple of times. The slapping contest was absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought too, man. If it had continued, he was just going to crack him again. He had probably lined him up with a little jab and then boom, probably knocked him unconscious with the next one. Hey, go ahead and read your book, dude. It don't matter. We're not going to be talking about anything special, Woody. And then somebody will probably eventually come along and ask me if Fish is going to tour this summer. I don't know. Hopefully, Dix. How's the book going? Is Janice's sister a good writer? Did you finish the previous book? Yeah, officially. I think he can, Chief. I think he can. The new hip didn't do him any good. I don't know. As it was about to start, I was like, oh man, I'm kind of worried. I'm team MMA over here. I like boxing or whatever, but I wanted Ben to win because I just felt like it had been a win for MMA. I'm not even a Jake Paul hater. I don't know what all the deal was with the commentary. Like there was just this thing, this narrative that like everybody hates Jake Paul and everybody wants to see Jake Paul get KO'd. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's the deal or not, man. Not real sure. Nah, man, I never did. In fact, I did my 23andMe, Arthur. So bad news for you. But nah, I never did. So I certainly still don't. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. He hasn't fought anybody great yet. But yeah, he certainly got some talent. He certainly works hard at it. So, see, I don't know. Good Lieutenant thinks everybody does hate Jake Paul. I mean, I was rooting against him, but doesn't mean I hate him. Would he be? Do you have a take on Jake Paul? Nah, I think our boy, I think there's not really going to be a battle. I don't know. I don't think, I mean, maybe Miller's got a shot, but I don't think so. I don't think it's much of a battle. And saw Harrison Jr. Kind of forgot about old Harrison Jr. being a Buckeye. Okay, this guy likes Jake Paul. I guess I don't know if I want to use the word respect, but I'm happy to see and hear that he does work hard. I mean, I don't know, man. The guy was a millionaire from his social media and Vine and YouTube and all that good stuff, right? So he didn't have to do this, dude. He doesn't need to be. I don't know how many hours he puts in a week at a boxing gym, but it's clearly some work. He doesn't need to be doing all that. I mean, he's getting paid for it. He's not doing all this for fun, but I do think eventually he's going to take a step up too high, and he's probably going to get lit up. But we'll see. I mean, I don't think he's going to go on and be like the cruiserweight champion of the world or anything. I'm not sure. I thought he was just walking around in the aftermath filming. I don't know if, I mean, which is just as ignorant, but I don't think he was actually looting. I don't think. Yeah, he's obviously done really well there. He must have good management and all that good stuff around him. And then was it him or his brother that had the stuff over in Japan? I don't know. He was participating in a riot. Hell yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, those were mostly peaceful protests, buddy. You watch it. Careful with that riot word. Have you been in that mall? Yeah, that would be odd if you were at a mall where you saw some mostly peaceful protests going on. That would be strange. Oh, it was his brother. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they've both done some embarrassing shit. Oh, real? Oh, yeah, that was a bummer. That situation, Woody. That was a shitty situation. Oh, yeah, I couldn't imagine what I would have done if I was. I wouldn't even. Yeah, I mean, I've said stupid, regrettable things that, you know, and I'm not even, I wasn't even 20, and I'm not even famous, so I couldn't even imagine being that level. That would suck. I think the stoppage was right. Yeah, yeah. Ben seemed to be was claiming he was all right, but look, he was still a little woozy. And if it had continued, there was going to be two more punches. Probably a little jab from Paul, and then another big right hand. Because right before that, he almost landed it. He had just missed that right hand, maybe 10, 15 seconds earlier, and then he came back to it and landed it, and he was probably just going to land it again. So. And yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, Tristan. I felt like his feet were still shuffling a little bit. I mean, even 45 seconds later, his balance still wasn't great. I don't believe it was an early stoppage, no. If you're considering his overall health, like Ben wasn't winning this fight. You could tell in 2 minutes it wasn't looking good for Ben. He had one moment where he ducked a hook and landed one of his own punches, but that was it. The rest of it, he still looked like the same sloppy striker we saw in his MMA days. And Paul seemed to be landing his jab at will and then landed the big right hand on his second attempt. So, yeah, man, it was a matter of time before Ben ended up totally unconscious. And me, I'm all right with I'm all right with a little bit early stoppage. You know? Ben seemed to be fine with it. I mean, he wanted to continue. He was claiming verbally he was fine, but he wasn't. You know, of course he wanted to keep going, dude. But that's why the ref's there. Now, the earlier fight with the nut shot, come on. Hey, what's up, Bouncing Soul? Yeah, dude, the production, it got a little out of hand. Thank God for Snoop Dogg, and thank God for the actual in-fight commentary. I'm not a Pete Davidson fan at all, but luckily he made me laugh a few times. Francis versus Jake Paul, I would like to see that. I think Jake would be in a little bit of trouble. I'm trying to think who could be the next former UFC guy. Damian Maia's nearing retirement. What about Jake Paul versus Damian Maia? Now, Damian Maia is a much better striker than Askren, but the size would work out. Although Maia still has one more UFC fight coming up, I believe. I don't know. We'll see. Nick Diaz, I think, would fuck him up. Yeah, although Nick Diaz has been out for a while, I think Nick would. I don't think that would be. I think that's stepping up too far. I don't know, though. I have to think of someone who's really wrestling or jiu-jitsu based and had pretty lackluster striking. What about Amanda Nunes versus Jake Paul? I would pay $50 for that. I think Amanda would fuck him up. Snoop Dogg wants his $2 million. Spud's in the house. Hey, what's up, Spud? We just watched some crazy, I guess you call it celebrity boxing event. I don't know what it was. There was a little bit of legitimate boxing. A lot of crazy music with black women in bikinis twerking. It was crazy, man. It was unbelievable. Oscar DeLaHoya apparently on cocaine. Snoop Dogg and Pete Davidson burning blunts down. Al Bernstein didn't know what the hell he was doing there. Yeah, eventually he's Big Papa. He's going to have to fight somebody. He's going to take a step up too far. And he might get to 7, 8, 9, and 0. But eventually, yeah, someone's going to get him. Wish Kimbo was still around. But he does appear to have some talent, man. I don't know. I would take Stipe. Yeah, they were all having a good time, weren't they, kid? Yeah, I did about 60 milligrams this afternoon, actually. Bouncing Soul. I've been slowly amping it up. You can do like 10 or 20 and not really feel it, but be feeling okay. And then you can ramp it up. I get real fucking hungry on them, though, man. It's hard not to eat, even if I just do like 10 milligrams. So I did my 60 milligrams a day, and I fought it. About 4 hours later, I finally pigged out. Had a big-ass taco salad and some Oreo churros. You bounce back and forth from guitar and drums, huh, Woody? Yep. Two former band members. We want. Well, I think we got Woody on drums in the band, or did he play guitar? I can't even remember. Might have to add Larry Rules to the band to replace Spud. I don't know if we ever replaced Spud and Mary. We got to kick Mary out because we didn't want people thinking we were a chick band. Yeah, no. Ben had that one right hand he led, didn't he? Like he kind of ducked a hook and then landed his own right, and then then he had that weird moment where he came forward all weird, looking all Ben Askren again. Then Pete Davidson said he looked like was rocking a Vince Vaughn body. I was concerned when I saw the love handles. I was like, oh boy. You know, fighting at 190, though, or whatever the official weight was, that was slightly bigger than what Ben fought most of his career at. I think he wrestled at like 174, and then he fought at either 170 or 185. I think over in Japan, maybe 185. So, no guitar. That's cool. Drums rock. Yeah, I don't know about all them Joey Diaz. Yeah, he's the one that inspires me, but I still can't even do 100. I don't know why. I should. I don't know. I keep saying, I'm like, next time I get some, I'll just eat them all at once. But yeah, I heard John Jones. I heard the story recently. I guess Jones did 2 of them at once. It's crazy. I knew Jones partied, but oh hell yes, bud. Yeah, not many people can do Janice justice. Izzy versus Paul? I think Izzy do all right in that one. Maybe Damian Maya, but he still has an actual UFC fight to go. So, and then maybe they could try like I don't know. I don't know if they want to put him in there with somebody that's like 45 years old though. I don't like that idea. I don't know. Maybe they can find a young boxer out there that's 3 or 4-0. Guy that had a couple amateur fights, guy that's in his 20s, guy that got a little bit of a late start. They don't want to put him in there against some kid that started out when he was like 14 years old, had like 50 amateur fights, and is now 5-0. I think that type of dude will probably light him up. But I don't know, man. He does seem to have some power. While he didn't KO Ben, that was a shot that rocked him. I mean, I don't know. If you haven't seen it, you'll see the highlight eventually. I don't know. Let's get on social media or something. And once you get beyond all the Oscar DeLaHoya on cocaine tweets, Paige versus Paul, I'd rather have Amanda. Yeah, maybe. Made a boatload of money, and he got to try, though, Kid Wilson. He probably wishes he had gotten to the UFC sooner. And maybe instead of just skip all that ONE FC stuff, just went directly to the UFC from Bellator, I think he probably would have been better off. So, and yeah, I would say, I guess, if you're just tuning in, as we addressed, Snoop Dogg was probably the MVP. Oscar De La Hoya gets some honorable mention. Mario Lopez and Pete Davidson chipped in, of course. Al Bernstein seemed stoned out of his mind. Claimed he was just getting a contact high. I don't know. Seemed like Snoop, I think he had everybody high, basically, except Oscar. Oscar was doing his own thing. By the end, he had cracked open a bottle of something, and then Jake Paul was drinking right from the bottle. I think Al Bernstein may have taken a shot of something on air. Yeah, during the slapping contest, Ric Flair was there. Forgot about Ric Flair. He was there doing some stuff. That looked pre-recorded though. During the slapping contest, they asked Pete. They were like, "Well, Pete, what do you think?" He was like, "I think I'm going to fire my agent." That made me laugh. That was pretty good. He did, Woody. He did, man. It happened the last event, too. Last event, Snoop performed, and he walked down the runway like the fighters do to the ring, and he was burning a blunt the size of my arm. And then they did a little tribute to DMX tonight. It was nice to see Too Short still out there getting it done. Still with the ability. His style of rapping, though, he'll be able to do that his whole life. He ain't some mumble rapper or some fucking speed demon. So, all right. I kind of feel like I feel like I've been talking for 20 minutes straight. Like maybe I'm on some coke. I'm not. I promise. I'm not on coke. It's pure sativa. And that event was like, whoa. It's like watching a crazy movie, and you're like, I guess that was pretty good when it was all said and done. Yeah, the music was a little too long, but what saved me is I was kind of watching the UFC fights and then coming in here and checking in on Ice Cube and then going in there. And then at one point, Ric Flair was in here. Woo! Mary was like, what's going on in there? I came in here. I was like, Mary, you got to come in here. I don't know what the hell's going on, but you got to come see this. And that was during the slapping contest. And the slapping contest ended in a nice KO. And then not DMX, another rapper, Spud, DMX, or another guy. But yeah, they did a little DMX tribute. Everybody loves DMX now. Yeah, the music went on a little long. Oh, was it Snoop that said that? I thought Pete said that about the Vince Vaughn body. You might be right. I thought it was nice. The line Snoop Dogg said to the lady ringside physician. Oh, you gonna check his nuts? Hey Doc, he catches a boner. It don't mean he's all right. I think that was that Ghostface murderer guy, whatever I don't know who that guy was. They got Oscar out of there after the Frank Mir fight. I mean, he was clearly off the rails. I mean, on the rails or something, doing all the rails. There's a nice little meme on Twitter. Some guy just like trying to do some coke. He was doing so much coke, he was like exhaling coke at some point. It was just everywhere, all over his arms and hands and face. And it was pretty much like Oscar right before this Frank Mir fight. Yeah, I don't know. I like some Woody. I don't know anything currently what the hell's going on, but I like some of the older stuff. I don't know who the other guy was. Yeah, I understood, Big Papa. I know you wrote wanted, but you meant wasted. I got it. I speak internet. I don't know Peaky Blinders. I hear it's good though. Yeah, at one point the Beebs was like, "Let me hear y'all." He's like, "I didn't hear you. You having fun tonight?" It's like, Bieber, there's like 18 people there, and they're working, and most of them probably don't like you at all. So yeah, there is a lot of rap everywhere. You're right, but some of the new stuff, I don't know about it. But if they bust out somebody like Too Short, I'm down. Oh yeah, you thought so, Frankie? But you definitely agree that the fight was over, right? I mean, Ben Askren was not winning that fight. That's the only reason I think it was a good stoppage. Look, if it had been a back and forth slugfest and Jake Paul got rocked and then he rocked Ben and then they stopped the fight as soon as Ben went down, I get it. But I was cool with the stoppage. Yeah, I hear Peaky Blinders is good. Damn, I hear Bisping in there screaming. I guess the main event's over. Try not to spoil that for me. Unless you want to. Whatever. Black Rob? I don't know Black Rob. I think Black Rob might have been in the chat the other night, wasn't he? Or was that somebody else? So a couple of you saw it. At least Kid Wilson saw it. Seems like maybe DH followed along at least. I never did my prediction video. Oh, you did get a whiteboard today. It wasn't the Alpine white. In fact, I just got rid of that Alpine video. That was such an embarrassment. Done with that shit. So, but I did Brown's whiteboard. Did the draft wish list today. Check that out if you haven't already. I don't know. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe. I'm the new Jake Paul. While he goes in boxes. I got blonde hair. I'm from, well, I used to be blonde. From Ohio. Maybe I'll take up boxing. I don't need any more brain damage. All right, guys. Well, appreciate some people stopping by, even though it's really late night. You know, we're late in the night. Even got Mary to stay up. She almost crashed during Bieber. She made it through the other stuff. Snoop Dogg kept her in there. Then I was reading tweets to her out loud. She was like, I might as well just get up. He's just going to keep reading Twitter to me. What the hell's going on? Is Bieber done? So Bieber finally ended. They did get right to the fight, though. It was odd. There was no there was like a fight, right to some music, and then right to a fight. The music went on a bit long, man. Yeah, Snoop Dogg's commentary might not be for everyone. It's probably not professional. I mean, they were putting that one guy on a stretcher, and they were basically laughing at him, calling him a phony, a pussy, and everything else. You know, I don't know. He did seem to fake it, though. I don't know. That shot didn't land in the nuts. I don't know. The fucking guy's wife was yelling at his opponent. It was crazy, man. It was crazy. All right, guys. Well, thanks for stopping by. Good night to you too, Spud, Mary, Woody, JMD, Mary, of course. Thanks for working hard. Iculus the Prophet, what's up? It was a wild night. Boom, boom, peace. All right, guys. That's it. Boom, Jake Paul style. I might start ending it Jake Paul style. Nah, I can't do it.